Hey there, everybody. This is my first official rant on politics, and today we are going to discuss a bit of old news, but I'll go with it anyway. Remember about a year ago, those congressmen who were on Twitter in the middle of President Obama's speech? Yeah, that's the topic I'd like to talk about today, and I remember when that was a big buzz in the media, a lot of the newscasters always asked, why use Twitter in the middle of Obama's speech? Well, quite frankly, this is why. He bores you to death. His speeches are nothing more but statements about hope. Really bad and vague statements about hope, really. Just, I hope that in my presidency, I can turn this country around. But only if we hope. Only if we hope. We can only rely on hope to make these changes happen. That's really what his speech is all about. And so that's why the politicians were on Twitter. But I still want to ask the most important question that I did not see any newscasters ask. Why were a bunch of 80-year-old guys, 80-year-old congressmen, using Twitter? I don't even have Twitter. Why would anyone that old want a Twitter? Just doesn't make sense at all. Really. Especially since Twitter is just legal spam, if you think about it. You get like 10 alerts from one person in 20 minutes. It's like every detail they're doing. Very agitating and annoying, if you ask me. Which is why I don't have a Twitter. Quite frankly, I don't think I'd be able to handle that. I hate spam as is, so simple as that. Um, but yeah, a bunch of 80-year-old guys on Twitter still doesn't make much sense to me. What could they possibly want to post? There's no possible explanation for what they would want to post in the middle of a speech like that. I mean, I didn't really care for the speech at all either, and yeah, I ignored most of it too, but why would anyone want to, why would any 80-year-old guy want to use Twitter? And also another thing with Twitter, what's with all the, like, bird-like things? The bird sounds. Tweet and Twitter, like, what is all that? It makes no sense to me, if you think about it, you know? Like, who cares? You're making really bad bird puns. So what? Um, so, I still want to have an idea on what these guys were saying on Twitter. Like, what could they possibly say? I would imagine something along the lines of, my God, Obama's speech is terrible. That's all I could really think about them saying. I mean, quite honestly, they're 80-year-old guys. You can't expect anything better than that. Alright, well, looks like we're out of time for today, so I'll talk to you guys later about another issue. Probably the BP oil spill, so that's gonna be fun. Goodbye.